Howdy guys, I'm FE6, your favorite wolf girl enthusiast, and welcome back to my Fire Emblem The Binding Blade Ironman Randomizer with 10% crit on all the weapons. Today it's time for Chapter 7, the Ostian Revolt. No question, one of the most brutal maps in this game, and one that I have been eagerly awaiting recording. Look at all these houses. We're going to be getting so much treasure this map, it's going to be unreal. And on top of all that treasure, 3 brand new units, including the pre-promote Zelot, or Zealot, or perhaps Jarrett, however you decide to pronounce his name. This one is going to be a total blast all the way through, and I absolutely can't wait. So, in order to get to that faster, I'm going to go ahead and do my battle preps, and then I'll be right back. Alrighty, I believe it's finally time to get into it. Here's a quick look over my units so you know who I'm bringing. Let's go ahead and hop into this one. This is going to be a blast. I've got a couple strategies set up out the gate because we're going to need them. This map's brutal. There's no question about it. But we're going to be seeing a ton of new treasure and getting those 3 new units. Hopefully I'll be able to skip Fear fast enough so I don't see her. Because I would like to go unspoiled on her for this instance, but either way, we'll see what happens. I'm very eager to get into this one. Now, I do have a couple of things that I want to do right off the bat. The first order of business is I just want to see what kind of treasure we're getting. I cannot wait any longer, so we're going to see what is in these houses. There should be some really amazing stuff in here. I don't think any of these are money, so we'll see what happens. What are we getting? Silverblade, let's go. Okay, we're not going to be able to use... Actually, wait, Marcus can use that. Alright, okay. This is a good start. This is a really good start. How much damage is that? Like 14? Yep. 55 hit, though, but still. That's going to be nice. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab this one with Dorothy, who I am bringing. She's going to be quite useful this time around. Actually, I don't know if I'm getting that one with Dorothy. I think I'm going to have to wait for a turn and then Kanto away with her. But either way, I have Boars going up this side and Dieck going up this side. Now, one thing of note in this particular map is that these wyverns are scary. I didn't bring Lot, so I can't get this red gem, but it's completely fine. But either way, these guys are scary. They have a lot of movement range, they have a lot of movement potential, and they carry pretty strong weapons with pretty good stats, as you can see. If I could have one of these guys on my side, I'd be popping off. But either way, this guy right here doesn't move until you're within 2 turns of him moving, not counting the weapon range. Well, counting the weapon range specifically on the second movement, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then attack to here. And this is his range. So, 1 space out from the arena, 1 space over, and that's his range. And as you can see, I'm going to be getting into that immediately with Dieck, because I don't fear any man. That's exactly my logic for this one. Him and Rutger are going to go up this side and do the absolute best that they can. I forgot that I turned off his animations, but nice crit there. I think I might have turned off all animations last map. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's not put him on 2, let's put him on solo. Let's make sure I've got everybody that I want on, though. Yes, okay, good. Excellent, wonderful. So, to start off on the other side, I'm going to send Shanna up the middle. And what I'm going to do with her is I'm going to go ahead and use that dragon shield. And as you probably saw, I'm also going to go ahead and use the angelic robe with her. Now I'm going to do both of those on the first turn. And I'm probably going to heal her with, let's see, pretty good level up there with Chad. That's who the healer is. So, hopefully, we will have a very good time with that. I guess I'll put her right here, use the angelic robe. And there we go. Now we have Shanna. This is her true form. And that's what we're going to be doing with her. She's going to be very valuable this map. It is a shame I don't have an armor slayer. By now, you typically do have one, I believe. Right? Dieck comes with one, I want to say. Do you have an armor slayer by now? I can't remember. I know that OJ comes with one, or Ogi, or however you want to say his name. But either way. Speaking of him, he's going to be fantastic. I hope you'll tune in for next episode as well, because we're going to be getting like 5 new units next map. And that's going to be tremendous. But either way. Wolt already level 10. No longer having a skill issue, that's for sure. But like I said, I'm going to have Boars go up this way. As far as I can tell, he's not capable of death, and he kills this guy. And that's pretty huge. I might actually be able to bait this guy too. And this guy? If I stand right here, Boars could just bait everybody, I believe. Because this guy should be way down by 2, so he'll be down to 7. I'm going to try this. I could use L-Fire, but I'm going to use Fire just for the guaranteed kill on this guy. I might be able to get through this map pretty okay, because I have the 2 dancers, obviously, and I have my Roy, who is a Pegasus Knight. So he can talk to and recruit Zealot, I think is his name. It might be Jarrett. Either way, we're going to find out next turn. Should be able to recruit him no problem, especially with both dancers up here. I also brought Ward. I brought him specifically because he's capable of using the hammer and because he's decent-ish fodder, so I might use him against a Bi-oss. I might give him level ups, honestly. He's really, really funny, and that's the primary driver and what makes me want to use him. But I'm thinking I might be able to potentially engage in a little bit of a rescue strat to bring him further up. Maybe I would want to do that with Lou instead. He seems more valuable in this way. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is make sure that Roy's not in range of any archers, notably. And we're going to take and rescue. And I'm going to go to probably right here, I guess. Yeah, I'll put him behind Boars. I wish that they... Wait, do they support? They don't support, I'm pretty sure. If they support, then I'm misremembering entirely. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he would be able to stand there and attack Roy, I think. No, he couldn't have. Okay, that's completely fine, though. Okay, we should be able to make good progress. I did move her up here rather than going this way, so I'm going to have Wade do that instead. He's not going to be notably good this map. He's not going to be notably good in any map. So we're just going to roll with it and see what happens. This first turn should be quite brutal. Like I said, Dieck is completely fine. He probably doubles this guy, to be honest. Maybe? He does. Wow, okay. Very good. He's not in range of Shanna right now. I could have done that, but I didn't, because I wanted Shanna over closer to this side. Okay. And Boars isn't going to double this guy, but maybe he'll crit? Okay, he doesn't crit. That's completely fine, too. The big issue with this map is that things start to swarm you very, very quickly, like that. All of the wyverns, all of the soldiers, all of the cavaliers, all of the knights, the archers, everything. And you wind up with 2 units up in that corner over there who have a very, very hard time getting out of there. Trek is usually a unit that I don't really care for. So if he dies, then I'm a little bit less partial to it. But I still don't want to see it, obviously. I want to save as many units as I can, either so that I can purposely throw them to the wayside, or so that I can use them. Maybe he'll be good. Maybe he'll randomize into some good stats. Skip. Okay, okay. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Zelot the General and Trek the Roy. The unpromoted Roy, I might add, so he's not promoting. Unless maybe they can use Nightcrest in this game? They might be able to use Nightcrest, because I think I recall that being the typical, like, oh, your lord can't promote, let's give them Nightcrest access. Same thing with soldier class units. So yeah, he can promote. He can promote. Okay, do we want to check over their stats right now, or should I recruit them first? That's a very, very difficult thing. I could recruit Zelot. I think you have to talk to Trek with Zelot. Let's just go ahead and look over their stats. He brings that armor slayer that I'm very much after. 2 iron swords, a vulnerary. Of course, you know Trek. You love Trek. Never mind. Oh boy. Well, he's not that bad, I guess. The 5 speed is the major downside. The 6 strength is not great exactly, but his strength and defense growths are okay. He's got good luck to start off, and his HP isn't that bad. He's just gonna be no Lou. He's gonna be no Shanna. He's gonna be Trek. Definitively, he's gonna be Trek. So that's what he's looking like. I'm mostly after that armor slayer, to be completely honest with you. They're quite decent in this game. Mainly for their high hit rate and the fact that, you know, 7 times 3 isn't that bad in effective damage against armor knights. Very much love to see that. But here's the big man. He comes with a horse slayer. That is lucky. That is lucky as heck for right now. Horse slayer, steel lance, javelin. Generals can also use axes in this game, so he's my new axe user. Presuming that he has an axe rank of D or higher, which I think he does by default, we should be chillin'. Quite low strength, good speed and defense though, and the ice affinity, which is quite good for this run. Very high constitution, so he's good for rescuing. Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's basically just better than Wade in everything but strength, and that's made up for by having the speed to not die, some skill, notably, and good defense. On top of high HP. He's got as much defense as Boars. I just want you to let that set in for a moment. Boars is essentially equal to Zelot right now. Okay, I'm very much interested in these two, and we'll get to see their weapon ranks after they become blue units. That's the threshold in this game. Either way, I'm satisfied with this. I would love more strength, for sure. But otherwise, we're doing okay. 5 luck is a little bit rough, but I can manage with that, given that he's a general. He's also got 8 res. I should keep that in mind as well. Now, the fun part begins. So, how do we go about getting them? That is my primary concern right now. Am I able to kill this guy? I am able to kill this guy with Roy. That would be terribly convenient. Okay, so what I'm thinking is that I go ahead and kill that guy with Roy, dance for him with Wolt, talk to Zelot, Canto down to this house, wind up killing that soldier there, of course, and then Zelot can go stand either right here or right here. Probably better to be on the forest, because then I can put boars right here. He can kill that guy while standing on the forest, and then they simultaneously sort of wall off, and then the rest of my units come in and sweep up the remaining mess. I hope. I need to consider how I'm going to be killing this soldier first and foremost, and I also need to bear in mind that I'm not able to recruit Trek if I do that. So, in terms of recruiting Trek, I don't think that they join at the same time. I really wish they did, but I'm pretty sure that you have to talk to Trek. Would I be able to talk to Trek first and then use him to recruit Zelot? If I can, then I can do the same strat, but then move Trek to right here so that he's a little bit safer. I mean, obviously, he's most likely to die right now, but my biggest concern with him is that I can get that Armor Slayer, hand it to Zelot, same thing with the Vulnerary, and just let him sit there. I don't think I've ever had Trek survive one of these. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't think I've ever had Trek survive one of my Ironman randomizers. I'm pretty sure he got crit as a green unit the first time that I ever saw him. I think he was a pirate or something, but he got crit as a green unit, so I never even got to recruit him in that run. So we'll see what happens. First, I'm going to do this. It is a little bit of a risk. It's an 89. If he misses, he could just die, but hopefully he won't. Good. Excellent, even. And now it begins. And now it begins. I'm very much eager to see what Noah turns into as well. Noah is like my 3rd favorite character in this game. I can't be mad. He negates all crit by himself now, so that's decent, I suppose. Now let's see. In terms of my Wolt placement, do I want him further up or further down? Probably further down. Further up gives me more versatility of options on the next turn, just because it's further up, but it's a little bit scary. I guess Marcus might be able to kill this guy with some Dorothy help, perhaps. Ah, boy, that's rough. Yeah, this guy's a surprising issue. I might have to get Dieck over here, to be completely honest. I might be forced into that. Which I can do with a dance. And keep my dancers safe by going right here and doing that. Okay, well, first of all, let's do this, because this is a must. I have to see what my options are following this. And I'm okay with placing Wolt right here. So can you talk to him? You can. If you go to here, then you have 2 spaces of Canto range, so you can go back down to that house. It's not that I have to necessarily be on the house, it just happens to be a very convenient spot where he can't be hit otherwise. So, talk. Are you one of the alien mercenaries? Are you me, for a chance? The D rank on swords, of course. As you can see, he's not going to be chilling all too spicy. Right, so I'm going to go right here, talk to Zelot. I'll turn on their color or their palettes as well before I forget, because we're probably going to see a man die today. I'm going to be completely real with you on that one. We're probably going to see a Lord character die today. That's pretty much how it's going to have to be. As much as I would love to do this, he actually doubles these guys. That could honestly be worth it. I could just use boars to trade off the armor slayer that I'm after. Now, in terms of magic, he would be in range of a guy right there. But still, I could trade off. Can I kill with Hellfire? I can't kill with Hellfire. That's unfortunate. Let's see. I could attempt this. I mean, that's a decent chance of critting. Plus, she doesn't face crit rate back. It's pretty much just a guarantee that this works if I do that. Although, that's not too bad either, especially if I could get my boy Dieck in range. Give her plus 10 crits. Already 52 crit rate, by the way, if that works. Let's Let's see. I could kill the Armor Knight for sure, guaranteed, with boars. Just as long as I could get him in that spot. Do I trust Trek to live? I mean, he's under attack by 2, probably 3 characters. So no, he's dead. He's super mega dead this turn. He's not gonna make it. I'm sorry if you're a Trek fan, but he's not gonna make it. There's not a chance in the entire universe that he's gonna be okay. So I think what I'm going to do... I mean, I guess I could, in theory, save him. I just need to pick him up with Zelot, but then that cuts his speed in half, and then I become scared for Zelot, essentially. I guess I wouldn't need to be scared for Zelot. He seems to actually just be fine. Like, he wouldn't get attacked. He would be the last target to get attacked. He could save Trek's life, although no, he couldn't, because of this guy with the Javelin. 1, 2, 3, 4, who can attack Roy, which I didn't take into consideration at all. He could kill Roy. That's rough. Unless I put... See, I should have put Wolt up, because then he'd be in range of Roy. I might be able to drop him into that range with somebody. Oh boy, this is getting rough. Like I said, this is a rough map. This is a pretty tremendously difficult map. Okay, okay. This is fine, though. This is exciting. This is where all the fun comes in. I'm probably going to go ahead and sacrifice Trek entirely. I would rather he be attacked than literally anybody else. So, do I want to go for this is the main other question. And if I do, then how am I killing the rest of the units? I don't trust Dorothy's damage output in any way. Her best use is to attempt this right here. And then if she hits, then I guarantee this with Marcus rather than having to use anybody else. Obviously, she faces a lot of crit rate, but if it's going to be anybody, it's going to be Dorothy. So we'll see what happens with her. Okay, she lives. That's good. That's a big bonus, because now she can attack next turn as well. And then I'll use Marcus for this. 88. Okay. Use the Steel Sword for the most accuracy. Hope he doesn't get crit, obviously. And roll with it from there. Okay, he gets the crit, luckily. I wish I'd known about that, RN, because then I would have used it for other means, but that's fine. That guarantees this guy is out of my hair. I should have really considered differently how to use Roy. Although I really did want to make sure I got this Armor Slayer was the main driver in that. So I'm not too mad about it. It does seem like my best option is to bring Dieck back. If I could have Dieck stand there and attack this guy, he would then bait both of those guys, no issue. I could probably also get Rutger in range. Not quite, unless I rescue drop him, which I can do. He is tiny. He could kill both of those on enemy phase. He would be in range of Shanna as well at that point, so the crit rate is no longer an issue, just because they're B rank. Actually, he would be facing 1 crit rate off the Wyvern. But what would the hit rate be? 80 currently. Yeah, he's gonna be fine. Even bearing in mind the difference in not having the sea support with Rutger and the forest, he would be fine. I'm willing to bank on that if nothing else. So that's what we'll do. Want to make sure that my dancer stays out of range, so we'll go right here. Dance for Dieck. And then within range of Shanna, who can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after the fact and kill that guy. Stand here, murder this man with regular fire because he's a beast. Would this work? That would work, actually. Is that worth it? Because either way, I would have Zelot right here. Would it be better to have Zelot kill the Cavalier? He still baits the Wyvern that way, just doesn't... Oh, actually he doesn't. I do want to bait the Wyvern and kill it, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. It's a little bit of an iffier decision. It puts Dieck in range of a lot more. But I think he'll be okay. It would take a tremendously bad circumstance for him to not be okay. Which, you know, to be fair, is possible. That's part of the draw. So then Shanna can kill this guy with no issues. Probably, yeah, okay, I'd have to use the Killing Edge, but that's okay. And then I can kill this guy with Zelot. I'm still at risk of losing the Armor Slayer, but at a certain point, I might be more okay with that. So, I'm going to start with this. Kill you with the Killing Edge, I hope. Please crit. Okay, good. Saves me a use, saves me a little bit of a damage headache. And we should be okay. Let's see. Can I move you in range? I could if I moved right here, but that's too scary to do, so I'm not going to do that. And I could potentially actually drop him in range. Yeah, if I rescue right here, and then Wade is standing here, then take, drop, and then he's right here, and then he's in range of Dieck, and Dieck's completely safe after that. And nobody's in need of healing right now. I just would have to do this. I'd have to commit to walling off with everybody else. Or just killing this guy. I think that would also be fine. How much damage did Shanna take? 20 damage, 21 because weapon triangle, then -9, so 12 damage. She won't get crit or hit by anything else other than potentially that. So 17, 18, 9, 12, that's 21 damage, so she'll live. She's completely safe. She faces no crit rate, she's safe. Good. As long as this guy can't hit, of course. So if I were to kill this guy, then Shanna's safe. Nobody can reach Wolt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looking from the soldier. Nobody can reach Wolt. The only downside at moving him to here is the then existent risk of Roy getting hit and crit by the javelin guy. And I want to say that he'll prefer to attack Trek, because he'll deal the same amount of damage to Trek, but he'll also have higher hit rate, and also higher crit rate, I want to say. Yes. By all means, Trek is the more appealing target to this guy. Let's see, and then that'll prevent the archer from attacking him if that does occur. The archer can then not attack Trek. Trek is super mega dead, that's all I'm saying. I'm going to go ahead and commit to this. Wonderful palette. General palettes are always insane. They always work. It doesn't matter who the character is. The generals always look amazing. If we get, by any chance, like a green armor knight, I'm probably going to use that unit, solely based around the fact that that is an insanely wonderful palette. Green generals are probably my favorites. So I'm going to do this. I think the Iron Sword is slightly more useful than the Vulnerary. And then I'm going to use my own Vulnerary just to top Boris off, just in case he gets crit or something crazy happens. But as it looks right now, we should be in the clear. Roy's safe, though in a precarious spot. I think this will work. I think this will work out just fine. I could go ahead and get this with Wade as well, but I'm not necessarily tempted to do that. Rather, I probably should go ahead and do this strategy, because I can rescue, then take and drop into support range, and then Kanto with Chad. 1, 2, 3, 4, then you can attack to here. So right here's the safe spot. And then if it's not, then Chad is here next to Lou with all those support bonuses. So we should actually be fine. I think the biggest odds right now are that Trek dies. He's at risk of getting hit by 2 javelin users. Either one could crit him, but the combination of the 2 shouldn't kill him. I want to say they both do 17. So that's 11 times 2. He'll live unless he gets crit. That's his biggest concern right now. And then otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and put Lou here, I think. I was considering putting him up here, giving him the Armor Slayer right now. But then he would be the prime target. Which, to be fair, no, he wouldn't be in range of Chad. Okay, this was a very, very, very long turn. But I think it's going to pan out in my favor, as long as I don't move Merlinus into range of anybody. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and start this one. I'm going to go ahead and... in my very wonderful Hawaiian shirt, I went ahead and cracked open a cold one. Very peachy type thing. I don't know if you can see there. It's reversed, but I'm going to be sipping that while we enjoy this enemy phase. Should be a brutal... He goes for Zelot? The crit rate. That makes sense. No, it's the hit rate, probably. That's probably his highest hit rate. Either way. I hate to use the Horse Slayer like this, but either way. Interesting that he goes for Zelot. I guess it makes sense as compared to going for literally anybody else, to be quite honest with you. Because Shanna was probably facing a 0% hit rate, and Boris has the same amount of... he would have taken the same amount of damage, but he would have killed the Armor Knight in return, so that logic does make sense. Don't get crit? Cool. Honestly, a pretty good palette for him. He does look quite nice. If he survives this, let me know in the comments if you want to see me use Trek. I don't know about that one. To be quite honest with you. But if it's commented enough, well, you know me. I'm willing to do things for the people. Don't get crit? Okay, he lives. He does survive. And like I said, he did go for Trek. That was the preferable target for him. I don't think that the archer should move unless... No, he shouldn't move. I don't think he's tied to the other guy. He won't move unless he's in attack range of somebody. Could you imagine? I think we're going to get a promotion item this map, just to state that. But could you imagine if we get, like, a guiding ring? That would be amazing. I don't know if I would want to use it on Dieck, to be quite honest. I might go ahead and use it on someone else. Ooh, I want to skip. I don't want to see what fear is. I have mixed feelings on this, but this is one of my favorite characters, and this puts him in an immediately usable position, so I guess I'm not mad about this. Here's Noah. Wow. I'm actually really impressed with these stats. 8 magic, 9 skills, pretty good. 7 speed's decent. It works. It prevents him from getting doubled. It's not great by any means, but 7 defense and 28 HP is really good. On an anima affinity, one of my favorites, possibly the best one for this run, arguably, because it gives attack, defense, avoid, and crit avoid. All of those are tremendous. So his support partners are going to be popping off. And he's a healer with a barrier staff. Let's go, because barrier is my favorite staff in this game. Okay, this is good. Well, this is Noah, of course, my favorite male character in this game. But the heal the barrier as a cleric, absolutely beautiful and adorable. I cannot wait for this. And I can also recruit him right away with Roy, so that's what we're going to be doing, because I want Roy out of there. I do want to give him more experience soon, but either way, I'm more than happy with this. Let's go ahead and turn on those animations. I know it was a pretty short overview of Noah compared to the other ones, but there's not too much to say about a standard healer. He's already level 7. He could promote pretty easily. The barrier staff is a good source of both experience and reliability, because it gives you that 7 extra res. Makes you feel good about yourself in terms of magic enemies. Notably useful right about now. But either way, I'm eager to see that palette, so I'm going to go ahead and heal with him. Right about now, he's probably going to be tremendously beautiful, as you'd expect, of course. He also just got into Fae, so I'm going to be able to put his body onto, or his head onto somebody in production, post-production. So that should be fun. But either way, this is how we're going to do this. I would love to use Rutger this turn. I think that's going to be my best option, considering the fact that the dancer is down here. Oh boy, this is getting fun. I'm really, really eager to see the unit's next chapter as well, so we're going to be having a great time leading up to that. Let's go ahead and kill this guy. Rutger's not exactly perfectly safe right now, but he's safe enough that I'm willing to do all of this. I'm honestly pretty willing to go out of my way to potentially get myself killed on this turn. I hate to use the Horse Slayer so much, because it's actually insanely valuable. Against a sword-using cav, it's got 36 damage. And against the lance user, it's 33. Because that's how effective weapon damage is calculated. 3 times the might, also factoring in weapon triangle. So, notably Trek lived. This guy's got... I don't know if I can use Dorothy this turn. I do need to sort of think about this situation down here, because I want to get these houses before the end of the map. Before too long, some Cavaliers are going to start spawning from the bottom, and that's going to remain scary for a little while. I'll go ahead and let Merlina stand right here. He'll get that next turn. I could go ahead and grab one of these right now with Dorothy. That's probably her best use. So let's go ahead and do that. Actually, this one might be the money one. No, this is the Elixir house, usually. Steel Axe. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all, because he can use that. That's quite decent, honestly. Okay, that's good. I think my best option for Dieck is to put him right here. I'll have to use the Elfire to kill. I'm willing to do that. I didn't have to use the Elfire to kill. Very nice. By the way, these peach drinks are quite, not... Yo, great level up. They're quite not, you know, unfilled with the alcohol, so we're gonna be chilling. I'm gonna be recording 3 episodes today, 3 maps today, that is, so you might, in the coming next episode and the one after that, see things get a little bit wacky in that particular regard. So I'm gonna put Shanna right here. She's fine. She's not in any danger anymore. The worst case scenario is that she gets attacked by, like, all of the lance users, but we've determined that they don't even want any part of that because on a forest and in Dieck range, she's not getting hit. She's insane. She's wonderful. This is what every single Shanna fan has probably wanted their entire lives. A Shanna this good. One more point of strength, and I would look at this stat line. One more point of strength and defense, and I would just look at this stat line and become so overconfident with this unit. To be completely honest, that's exactly what would happen. Let's see. So I could probably just go ahead and kill this guy with Zelot. Very much so, yeah. That's completely fine. He's out of range of everything else then, and I'm willing to do that entirely. I might go ahead and dance for him as well, but we'll see about that. After this hits, this has to hit for that to occur, which it should. 84, not too bad. If it was an 86, then I would be scared, but we're chilling otherwise. That is amazingly good. I have not had those before, so that makes me happy. I could go ahead and guarantee that Trek dies, to be honest. I could send Boars right here. I wonder if he'll double this guy, though. He won't. 7 speed is what that guy has with the Steel Lance on, so no. I'm gonna have to use Dieck for that one, and I am willing to do so. If it really comes down to it, I'll rescue him out of the way, but as of right now, he should be okay. With the... Yeah, actually, I'm gonna have to rescue him out of the way now that I've done that. But that's okay. Steel... okay. That guy's gonna be a bit of an issue for me. If I am willing to let Trek die, then I could just leave him right here. My best case scenario, actually, the thing that I had planned, is that I trade the Armor Slayer back, and then give it to Marcus and let him kill this guy, and then the Archer walks over next turn and shoots Trek right in the forehead and he dies. Which would be a shame, but it is quite convenient for my purposes, especially because then I would be able to worry about all of the other units far less. This Archer is notably tricky all of a sudden. This guy is not really so much of an issue, so I don't have to think about him too much. The big issue then is that this guy can... No, actually he can't reach, so there is no issue. The biggest issue now is that Dieck is not in range of any of his... No, he's in range of Shanna. Okay, so this is just fine. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. The biggest thing for me is figuring out which enemies hold the most impact and making sure to delete them. At least in this map, because obviously, you know, wyverns are quite scary. You would prefer, I would suppose, to not get hit by them. I could put Trek right here, leave him there, box in the Archer for nothing bad could happen from that, and then I could just put Boars over here. So Trek can have a great time then. He can have so much fun with this Archer. He's gonna be completely fine. He has no concerns whatsoever. And then I'll go ahead and use Boars for this guy. Also pretty much no concerns whatsoever. It is a shame I have to use Elfire. I think I can get Thunder in this map. I hope. If I can, I'm stocking up on that. I mean, there's no reason not to. It is better than Elfire, just based on the crit and the hit rate. The damage output, wow. He hit all of the stats except for the ones that I was primarily wishing for, but by hitting all of them, that's pretty cool. That helps out a lot. Physics, and like I said, I didn't bring a lot, so I can't steal this red gem. It would have been nice, of course. It's just that I really wanted to have Wade instead. Or Ward, I suppose. I can never say his name perfectly correctly, because I'm so used to Wade. But I could have stolen this, because in this game, speed is not a threshold for stealing. That's just FE7 and 8, which I do prefer that speed is a threshold, but in this game, it doesn't particularly matter. So I would have been able to steal that and get both of these, and unlock this door and this door for no cost at all, and that would have been cool, but I brought chest key and door key, and then Merlinus has another door key in the convoy. Not that I have to open this, there's nothing stating that I have to open this, I can just go all the way around, but whatever happens, you know. And beyond that, I think we're good to just vibe for a bit with the rest of our cast. Can I rescue with you? So we're gonna do that. I would actually like to heal. I can't heal this turn. Take, drop, go right here. And then we're chilling. We have no issues now, I believe. We're good. Zelot does face some crit rate from various things. So we'll have to see how that goes for him. Let's see. I do believe I might actually have to end it after this turn, otherwise this episode is going to be a very, very long one. As tempted as I am to just... Well, maybe I could speed through it, I don't really know. Speed through the reinforcements, that is, because I am going to stop and kill all the reinforcements. For sure, they're too good of experience not to. And then grabbing all the treasure after that. I guess I'll just speed through that part whenever I get to it. That way I don't have to cut it up into a bunch of different episodes or anything. Next chapter I'm probably going to have to. But we'll see how that goes at the time. I could just kill that guy from across the thing there. If I... yeah, I could just do that, honestly. I don't see a downside to that. If I can get somebody up there anyway. I should be able to. Well, anyway. Or I could just not do that, and I could put you right here, one range kill this guy. Hopefully not get crit, but if I do, then I can figure something out to mitigate that. And then beyond that, you know, I'll just use Shanna to kill the other guy. A little bit more experience that way. Also puts the unit in range of him. Or I could just use Zelot. I could just do that. I hate to a little bit. I'm gonna Killing Edge. I think it's fun. Yeah, there we go. I know it's gonna take more uses of a very, very useful weapon to do this, but I'm completely okay with it. And that's all that matters. Please get some strength. Please get strength and speed, I guess. Skill, speed, luck. You know what? That's entirely fine with me. Doesn't bother me one bit. Yeah. And I guess I'll just use boars to gather up everything else. This may be a decent time for speed up, but first let's go ahead and get this, because then I don't have to cut one more thing. What are we gonna get? Steel blade. That to me is money. That is a thing that I can sell, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do with it. So, yeah, beyond that, I think we're chilling until the reinforcements show up. So, let's go ahead and get into the speed up then. Alrighty, I'm going to try my best to get all of the treasure this turn. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but I figure if I can get it all at once, that'll be better than the alternative. First and foremost, though, I want to see if I can kill this guy with Lu, yeah. Well, maybe I could just kill with you. I'll kill with Lu, but I'll let him attack. Rutger's been good about critting a lot of things, so that's been quite funny for him. But I think I'm going to give this and the two healers over to Lu. Good experience that way, very nice, got that crit. I do actually like the mercenary sprite in FE7 and 8 better than this one, by a lot, so maybe one of these days I'll convince myself to... That was a pretty good level up, to go through with just going in and changing that one animation for my own experiences. I don't really particularly love that one, but either way, let's go ahead and grab this treasure. Dorothy can grab this over here. And then I'll let Trek go up and get this house. Same guy from before. Wo Dao! Well then, this is going to be a lot of fun. That's a 50% crit rate out the gate. Bearing in mind that Fear is already insane, let's see what her crit rate's at right now. Okay, well, it would be 65 crit rate, as you can see right here, with the Wo Dao, bearing in mind the Dieck support. So, that's wonderful. Tremendous, even. Gonna go ahead and probably gather up some... Honestly, I might sell the Silver Blade. It's probably pretty worthwhile. Although it is a really funny weapon. We'll see about that, because I'm gonna have to buy a lot of stuff this map. Either way, Trek, go ahead and visit this one. That's the Elixir Girl. Okay. Sword Reaver. Okay, alright. So far, it's only Zelot that can use that without major issues, but that's cool, that's good. Big fan of that one myself. With Wolt in range, I would be able to kill this guy. I wonder if that's worthwhile. Because I'm gonna have to, otherwise... I could just send boars down there. Might be more worth it to do that, to be honest. Yeah, if I go right here, and then I dance with Wolt, and then stand right here, I could just kill that guy with Hellfire. Might as well, to be honest. Don't really see a reason not to, unless he misses one of them and gets crit also. That would have been the worst outcome, but otherwise, very much so chillin'. Broke that Hellfire. And then I could just dance for the dancer, and then dance once more. Go ahead and get that. Kill you. And now I can just freely grab all the treasure. I think the boss announces when the reinforcements come. I want to say it's like 3 turns from now. So I should be able to just chill until I get them. Down to 3 enemies already. That's a pretty neat little portrait. I don't remember that one. Silver Lance. Okay, alright. Getting some great weapons. I think he can use that, right? Yep. Another one for the big man. And then I'm gonna... Oh, actually I can go ahead and reach this one with him. So after that, it's just 1 more house. And then 2 treasure chests, of course. What are we gonna get? This is usually a killing edge. Got that armor slayer. I guess as soon as I started talking about it, the game was like, hurry up, code it in. Give it to him, hurry, go. And then it handed me one as fast as it possibly could. And I'll go ahead and get that one next turn, and I'll go ahead and send Chad up top after that to grab the treasure chest from above. I am tempted to just go ahead and kill these 2. I don't really need to, I suppose. And honestly, I'll probably just go ahead and take the other door key out with you. Trade that over to Shanna. And then subsequently trade it over to Dieck. And maybe we could go ahead and get the boss dealt with. There are also going to be reinforcements from the top that I need to take in mind. So we'll head on up with those guys. There we go. And you guys let me know in the comments below if you'd rather I do speed up or if you'd rather I cut the episodes, because ultimately it's not a big difference in work for me. It's just a matter of what you guys would rather see. So entirely up to you guys. Let me know what you prefer, and I'm more than happy to go with it. I don't necessarily love to do the speed up because I know that it gets kind of, you know, you pretty much know what's happening when the speed up is on screen. I'm just moving at that point, which is one small issue that I hold with some games. But this one, not particularly. This one doesn't tend to have a lot of that. It's just that some of my units happen to be a little bit insane right now, and so they're not really facing issues. But that's fine. Let's go ahead and grab this with Chad, as mentioned, or I could just get it with Boars. I think that's a little bit more convenient. Now, this is usually a hero crest. If this randomizes into a promotion item, which I really hope it does, then we're vibing for a bit. What are we getting? Night Crest. Okay, so it did randomize into a promotion item, but it's one that I can't make use of. So, a bit of a shame. I could have used a hero crest, I could have used a guiding ring, I could have used maybe an Elysian whip for Roy. I don't really know if he's not high enough level yet. Bit of a shame on that one, but maybe we'll get us a Cavalier pretty soon. That's my biggest hope anyway. Possibly my biggest cope, but we'll see. Go ahead and do this. Like I said, I've got Chad loaded up with a chest key and a door key, so I'll just go ahead and do this. It doesn't really matter how far I move him, because I can reach him no matter what with my dancers. It's always Chad who goes and gets these chests, isn't it? That's quite funny. And a lot of healing with Noah. Very excellent. I will go ahead and turn off his portraits again, or his animations again. One time I got Noah as a dancer. I've gotten him as utility classes pretty much every time that I've played like this. Okay, so let's see what's in here. We do have Thunder access, so I'm going to go ahead and buy, like, a bunch of those. Like, yeah, I'd say, like, 8 of them is pretty good. Go ahead and get a Men's Staff. I'll go ahead and grab, like, 2 more Fire Tomes. Probably 1 more Men's Staff, to be honest, now that we have Noah. I wouldn't hate having another chest key. If I did have another chest key, it would cost me a lot of money is the main thing. It's like, have chest key and then also not have to deploy a thief, which is kind of nice, because right now it's just Lot. And on the off chance that Lot dies, I'm left thiefless, because I don't necessarily know if I'm going to be getting another one of those. Is it worth it to get another chest key? I mean, honestly, in this run, just for the convenience of it, I'll go ahead and get one. And maybe 1 more heal staff. And then we should be good in that regard. Then I can gather up some things to sell them, and then get an appropriate amount of weapons to follow that. We should be working out just fine in that regard. Let's see. Just go ahead and pick up. I'll wait and I'll pick up boars with Roy. And I suppose I'll go ahead and hit the speed up until we either get to reinforcements or treasure. So, catch you then. I did put the door key away, that's rough. Well, those reinforcements appeared right away. I'm about halfway tempted to just use Dieck for those, but I should use other units. I need to get that experience. But even so, they are still just reinforcements, and they're not particularly consequential. So I guess I'll just go ahead and speed through them as well. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get back into it then. Let's grab these last two treasure chests. Killer Lance, excellent, wonderful. Alrighty, apologies for the quick cut. I assure you that nobody could have possibly attempted to die in this period of time. Let's go ahead and unlock this last one. Standard Iron Sword. A little bit unlucky on that one, but we got some good stuff this map. I'm very much pleased on that front. I'm about halfway tempted to just go ahead and kill this guy and let it be done, because I think this map has pretty much given me everything that it could give me without giving me issues, so to say. The reinforcements aren't really that bad, it's just a bunch of cavaliers, which, to be fair, it would take like no effort on my part to just put down boars or somebody and let them vibe in the forest for a bit and just kill all of them. Because he doesn't face crit rate meaningfully anymore. He also has pretty good avoid. I mean, while in the forest, he's got 50 avoid. Just straight up. So, I mean, I guess I could just do that with him. I mean, I could also go into the arena, but, like, that's a bad idea, isn't it? I mean, unless I use Wade. Or Trek. Those could be funny. I guess I could also let Rutger do that. I should build supports, actually. That's one thing that I need to do. Not Dorothy. Lou and Chad can go ahead and get up to their A rank, because it's full defense for them, I believe. Saul, I don't remember who he supports. Trek, I'm not going to use. Marcus is probably getting benched next chapter, if I'm being honest. He's really good and stuff still. Maybe not next chapter, but the one after, almost for sure. I could give Roy his Wolt support, his B rank. I think I might as well with that one. They're around each other enough that it's good for me. Boars gets like 3 of his support partners next chapter, or maybe 2 of them. But either way, that'll work out. Anybody need healing? I would very much hope so. Oh well. I'll just do the Boars strat, and I'll place him down in a forest or something. Or Rutger, maybe. Rutger is about equally as good, except that I could also let him use the Dieck support. Alright, the reinforcement should be arriving any minute now. They better hurry, that's for sure. And then, in the meanwhile, I'll just get Chad some healing experience. And that'll work out for me. So, I'll just go ahead and speed through all the reinforcements, and then I'll catch you when the boss is ready to go. Okay, finally, through all the reinforcements and some pretty good level ups there, it should be time to end this map. I really see no reason to do it with anybody other than Dieck right now. Well, I guess I could do it with Shanna if Dieck doesn't crit here, but there's a good chance he will, so. Yes, I did beat Burns' Wyvern Riders and all of their Cavaliers, so. Hopefully this will work out, otherwise, yeah, I figured he'd probably crit. If he didn't, I would have given it to Shanna, so. That was not too bad at all. Wonder why they have a throne outdoors. It's like right there at the castle gate for some reason. And then we'll go ahead and seize the map this time with somebody other than Marcus. For the first time, actually. So, go ahead and get that one done and over with. The city is finally under control. However, not the inside of it. And I very much eagerly await that one. Because we're going to be getting 5 new units next map. Between OJ, or Ogier, Wendy, Barth, Lilina, and Astolfo. Going to be getting 5 entire new units. I think there are like 8 treasure chests. So just like this map. Ton of new units, ton of new treasure, and some very good gameplay awaits you. So do make sure to like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. You don't want to miss the next couple episodes. You don't want to miss the rest of the series. And share this video so that more people can see the wonderful fun that we're having with this particular game. And I believe that's about all I have to say. Hopefully, we can not have to speed up as much in the future. I do hope I have enough amazing, wonderful, full weight sound fonts, so I hope that I have enough of those to cover all of the speed up this particular map. But either way, that's about all I have to say. Make sure to leave me a comment as well. That's one thing I did forget to say, actually. So that's about all I have to say. And until next time, I'll see you later.